I'm gonna interject myself here and ask you a question.
Yeah.
So two people texted me this, two separate people who don't know each other texted me this the day after Dynamite, saying, "Hey, am I the only one sick of JR on commentary?"
Interesting.
And I was like, that's very interesting. I got these two separate people, they don't know each other. And I was like, that's very interesting. And I'm not personally, but I think there's a group of people who are, as evident by the messages we get and stuff we see on the internet. I think JR pops hard when a dude like Moxley does his thing.
It's interesting because there are moments that I listen to that. I still believe that they have the best commentating team in wrestling right now, right? They're by far better than what we're getting everywhere else. I think the problem with JR is that he's into the guys that he's into, and he's not into a lot of the younger style of wrestling because it's difficult for him to call it. First of all, it's a lot faster, and listen, anybody that's getting older knows you kind of slow down. It takes a little bit while to process stuff. I think the style, the pace of it is sometimes difficult to keep up. I think there's certain things that they do that he's not a big fan of, certain spots. And third, I think some of the moves he's having difficulty calling. That's why Excalibur is a great addition to that announcing team. Between him and Tony, able to kind of give a different old school style, and then you have Excalibur there on the third mic being able to explain a lot of these moves and why he went that way or why he did this. I think the team works really well. I like having Jim Ross there 100%. I think they would be at a loss if he wasn't there. Same with Tony and same with Excalibur. The team really works well. I think it even works when you substitute Taz in there or Jericho in there and you're able to kind of bounce these guys. I think when we nitpick, we could find something wrong with everybody. And
absolutely,
JR to a segment of the audience, they don't like him for some reason.
He gets a lot of heat online, but I'll agree with you, man. Like, that commentary team is the best in pro wrestling right now. And you know what's funny about that too? When Taz gets off the stick, like talking his smack to everybody and sits down at the commentary table, he goes right into commentary Taz.
Oh, dude, it's actually, I applaud him. He's able to separate the characters.
Yeah.
And have you listened to him on AEW Dark?
Yeah.
And that's a different guy on commentary.
Yeah. He's come such a long way as a speaker. And listen, I used to really enjoy his commentary on WWE and Impact as well, So like, it's kind of funny how he's bringing that to like, okay, I can cut a promo, but I can also be on commentary and do a very good job.
It's a very difficult job. I wanna say that is probably one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do. And I talk for a living, right? In every aspect, I talk for a living. I talk for a living in my day job, and I talk for a living doing this. That style of talking is very unique because if you talk too much, people are going to say you talk too much. If you talk too little, they're going to say you talk too little. If you call spots too much, they're going to say you're calling spots. It's such a sweet spot. Like Matt Striker. Matt Striker gets tremendous crap for not being a great commentator. I got to tell you, I think Matt Striker is very good. I think with
pretty good commentator.
He's a pretty good commentator, and I think he gets too much crap. He was unbelievable at one point when he first started doing it in WWE, and they broke him. They really did with their guidance. They took the personality out, and then they just made everything so bland. Then he's just getting back. He's changing. So it's a very difficult job, and kind of look at it as you got the best of the best. You got two of the best sitting on that booth right now, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross, guys with 40 plus year experience doing this. Even if Jim Ross is not at the top of his game, he's still better than 90% of the people out there. Hey guys, thanks for checking out Mattman Clips. If you want to listen to a full episode of the show, click on one of the links below and be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube and of course everywhere podcasts are available.